God's no is just as much of a blessing as his yes. His no is a shielding, protecting, preserving measure.
Yeah.
It is him saying what you desire is going to either do one of two things. It's going to work to your ruin, or what you desire, and this is the part I think we don't even recognize most times, what you desire is well below
that part.
What I ultimately have in store for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
What he said, no, you thinking too small.
Yeah.
His no is you saying, you don't even realize the plans that I have for you.
Mercy.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. And so I just think that, man, there are times where we think God is being arbitrary in his decision making. But I think, man, every decision that he makes, I think, and a part of that trust is like he has my best interest in mind.
Life can be fast-paced, strenuous, and flat-out overwhelming. Life transitions and taboo topics can make it hard to catch your breath. Welcome to Breathe, a podcast that enables you to slow down, get your bearings, and engage in real conversations where no topic is off limits. Breathe is presented by Breath of Life, hosted by David Person and speaker-director Pastor Debleaire Snell.
Boom!
What is up? What is up? What is up?
Hey.
Yeah.
We are here for another episode of Breathe. David Person, Pastor Debleaire Snell, Pastor Kirk Nugent on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Well, we're working it out here, man.
We are glad to be with you once again. We're in this series long or month long series, I guess is the better way to say it. About processing. We're talking about processing. I am processing. And today we want to process this whole, this goes to the root, I think, of Christian faith and experience.
Yeah.
When God says no, just wrestling with that, and trying to process that and not lose faith, not lose hope when God says no. So what are you thinking about when you're thinking of an example of when God says no? What comes to your mind?
Well, and I think in the context of these decisions, this decision context. So this is not like, okay, I'm praying for a loved one to be healed, but they die. That's not necessarily that conversation. It's in the context of, man, I would really like to move here or marry this person.
Right.
Or start this enterprise or buy this house. And for whatever reason, the door does not open, or just, however it is that the Lord speaks to you, like it's just, no, this is not my purpose. This is not my plan. I have a different direction that I want you to travel. And it's being able to, I guess, trying to figure out how to ascertain or understand when God is saying no, and how do I guess, vibe with it? How do I deal with it when God says no?
Yeah. I immediately at the title, I'm reminded, or what comes to mind immediately is that God is speaking to you.
Yeah,
I think that to receive a clear no, I would appreciate. I think sometimes we gloss over that.
Yeah,
but literally, that's peaceful.
Yeah,
I mean, it may be painful, it may not be what you want, but to receive a clear no, that's. I think about David.
That is peaceful.
He wanted.
That's a heavy statement. Yeah,
he wanted to build the temple.
He did,
and he put together a plan. And God told him a clear no.
Your hands are too bloody.
Your
hands got too much blood.
Yeah.
But David focused his attention not on the no, but on the fact that through God's message, Solomon would build the temple.
Build it.
And for him, that was peaceful.
Yeah.
And I imagine it was significantly peaceful because of how he came into power. The kingdom was ripped from someone else and given to him. And so he knows he's not a perfect person either. And David made some significant mistakes. So for him, it was like, okay, God is going to do this. And he knows he's going to do it because he promised him that your son will build the temple. So I'm just saying it from the perspective of there's sometimes in the no, we can receive a level of peace.
And Kirk, you're saying some things that are kind of really triggering a lot of thoughts in my head because I think sometimes the assumption is God only says no when my aim is evil or morally corrupt.
Great point.
That part.
Like,
great point.
David's ambition was a righteous ambition.
Yeah.
Because you know how it all comes to pass. He finally gets settled in the kingdom.
Yeah.
He's just like, man, how is it that I can be sitting up here in a palace and God is housed in a tent? Like, this is not right. I've got to better this situation.
Fix this. Yeah.
I got to fix this.
Yeah.
And he's ready to lay it out.
Yeah.
Because even with the instructions that God gave, like the temple was a very ornate thing, and I'm going to do the best for the glory of God. And I was like, no, that is not for you. Oof. And it's funny because I can only imagine. I don't know what the outcomes would be. This is conjecture. This is just best guess. But for him to like proceed past that and try to enter into the building of these holy and handling these sacred things, it might have brought great judgment to him and those who went along with this.
Because people knew his story.
People knew it.
They knew, like, yo, man, you slept with another man's wife, and then you had him killed. You were not the one.
Not
bro.
the one. Yeah. So that could have brought great ramifications to him or to his house had he proceeded
past the no.
That's a great
no.
point.
Yeah.
Great point.
So,
even though Solomon wasn't perfect.
Yeah, Solomon was not perfect. Yeah.
But he didn't have the blood of another man's hands
on him.
or another man's blood on his hands, as far as I know.
But I think even God told David that before Uriah in that whole situation.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even before that.
Yeah, but but you know, David, he was John Wick. I mean,
real talk.
He killed a lot of people. I mean, he had a lot of blood on his head. I mean,
just from the wars and
dealing with the house of Saul and all that led up to that moment.
He said he was John.
He killed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he killed a lot of people. Yeah.
But I do think, I just want to I know that wasn't exactly where we were going to go with it, but that's what immediately came to mind to me was if God is speaking to you, y'all, it's family, that Breathe Podcast family, if God is speaking to you, cherish that.
But I think in addition to that, I do think there has to be in your decision journey, there has to be a willingness to accept when God says no. Because I think there is a belief that if I am living a righteous life, my aims are again righteous, that the answer is going to always be yes. And that's just not the case. You know what another situation of a no that comes to mind is when Jesus is in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
The sinless Son of God appeals to Father saying, Lord, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Like, you know, if there's essentially he's saying, if there's another way beside the cross, I need you to show that to me. And essentially, he makes that appeal 3 times.
Wow.
And you know what God says? This is the cup you got to drink.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only way for them to be saved is for you to partake and drink, to turn this cup up all the way. And I guess there's a part of me that when I read this story, it helped me in this regard, that if God can tell his son no,
there it is,
then God can tell me no. And I think there was a part of me at a certain part of my journey, and maybe I don't know if that's everybody, but I was just like, dang, what? Like, I had faith.
Yeah.
I believed. I'm paying tithe and offering. I guess maybe there was an immaturity that kind of felt like the answer's going to always be yes. But I think there was that part that for me, it was kind of it was hard at the time, but very helpful to realize that, if God could tell Jesus no, and there are times he'll say no to me.
Well, what the Bible also says, God's thoughts are not our thoughts, his ways are not our ways.
Right.
We don't see, to use common language, we don't see the big picture.
We don't.
We don't know.
We live in these tiny compartments.
That's right.
Yeah.
We barely understand the present, let alone the past.
Come on, talk about
and
that.
We cannot anticipate the future. Yet God,
you're preaching now.
God has the ability, which we do not understand, to really experience the way some theologians suggested, to experience the past, the present, and the future simultaneously,
Yeah.
or to move between the past, present, and future.
He preached
depending
that.
upon
Come
how
on,
you look
come on,
at it,
come
right?
on, tune it
I
up,
mean,
tune it up.
you know, we have to accept our humanity,
Yeah.
and that's what Jesus was doing, in my opinion. In that moment, that was Jesus, perhaps at his most human.
Most human, yeah. So, and I think though, so a part of the faith journey is not just to believe God for yes, but to be able to accept, even if it's not in a happy way, but enthusiastically, the no. And I think one of the things I can truly say when I look back over my life, God's no is just as much of a blessing as his yes. His no is a shielding, protecting, preserving measure. It is him saying what you desire is going to either do one of two things, is going to work to your ruin, or what you desire, and this is the part I think we don't even recognize most times, what you desire is well below
that part,
what I ultimately have in store for you.
Sure.
What he said, no, you thinking too small. His no is you saying, you don't even realize the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. And so I just think that, man, there are times where we think God is being arbitrary in his decision making, but I think, man, every decision that he makes, I think, and a part of that trust is like he has my best interest in mind.
So as we are beginning to wind this down, we're talking about God saying no. How do we know? How do we hear that no? How do we identify it? How are we processing that this lack of an event occurring or a circumstance materializing is God saying no? How do we really know that?
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, so that we're clear, sometimes it's hard to kind of see it or discern it in real time. I think the longer you walk with God, maybe the easier it becomes. But I just think, again, because we are human, sometimes in real time it's a little, well, let me say it this way. Sometimes we make it hard to know what he's saying in real time. So I think, number one, I just think there is his word. So, like, let's just be honest with you. There are going to be times where you're going to be conflicted about whether or not I should give tithe and offering. And I'm like, Lord, should I keep this? The answer is no, because it's in his word. Like, I'm in this relationship with somebody that doesn't believe in God. But I am a strong, stout believer. Like, the answer is, he's already given it. That's in his word. No. Like, do I take this job where I have to I won't be able to practice the covenant of Sabbath? Like, the answer to that is already no. Like, he's revealed that in his word. So I do think, like, the word of God plays a part, and it informs very much what I'm even considering in certain instances. I do think that, God says no, and I think he speaks to us through the still small voice of his spirit. I think there are just times where God prompts you. I think there are times where, and we've talked about this in previous episodes, he will withdraw his peace. He'll repossess it. He will kind of allow a certain terror to attend your life and choices. And and I think there are times where just kind of in mercy, because like we won't hear his word, we're kind of misinterpreting what the Spirit is saying. Like, we're running past the removal of peace. And I think circumstantially he blocks us.
Sometimes he just flat out blocks.
He is not going to remove your power to choose. You'll be able to move past those blockades. But I do think that there's some times where God kind of puts people or situations in front of you to kind of resist you, to try to redirect you. That's just been my lived experience in some instances.
Everything you just shared, I could say in different ways God has made things clear for both yes and no in those scenarios. I do think that for the person who's saying, I just don't know when God is speaking, my challenge to you would be to spend more time. just flat out spend more time with him.
Yeah.
I mean, carve it out. The principle of prayer, the vehicle of prayer, the blessing of prayer is great, but prayer is not always talking.
Yeah.
You need to be quiet
and
listen. I don't think we practice enough silence in God's presence. And there's things that will be revealed, but you got to seek him.
Yeah.
And I have to check myself sometimes. Like, do I really want to hear from God? Sometimes I want it to be my way. I want God to agree with me. And so, but if I really carve out and seek him and sit still, it becomes clear sometimes.
There's this game. It was a couples event.
Okay.
Where they would blindfold the husband and or the wife. They'll blindfold one of the spouses.
Right.
And then they'll put their hand out blindfolded. You can't see. And then they'll have another woman come and kind of shake hands or hold hands. Ooh. And you have to. It's kind of a funny, kind of a dangerous game as well, right? But it's nothing inappropriate.
No.
But you have to guess which hand is the hand of your spouse.
But don't guess wrong.
Yeah, don't guess it wrong.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
But it's funny because and it is funny how I guess I feel like out of 8 out of the 10 couples, when the husband or wife, kind of felt the wrong touch, they're like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, that's him. Or that's her.
Yeah.
And I just think that where there is a continuously intimate relationship, it becomes that much easier to recognize the touch of the one you're in relationship with. And I think that's true. And that's why what you said is so critical. So if I'm walking with God, I'm talking with God, his voice, his touch, his move has a familiarity to it. Where you're like, that's him.
That's him.
And so that's why I think sometimes I don't walk with God really at all or very sporadically, but now I got this choice. I need a clear word from God. I'm not saying God won't speak, but I just think sometimes when those faculties that we use to hear him have been inactive, it may be a little bit more challenging. And so I think that, man, to your point, the larger issue is not, all right, what do I do right now, but what is my pattern in seeking God? I think that's going to be the most helpful component.
Yeah, and it helps with dealing with the no.
The no, correct.
You can settle with it.
Yep. Yeah, and have peace with it, as you said at the very beginning. Yep.
I remember I was a freshman at Oakwood College back then, and I was up late one night talking to some friends in the dorm, and I remember distinctly it was way past curfew.
Yeah.
And there was a suggestion made, hey, let's go out and get some, I don't know, Denny's or Waffle House, whatever it was. And I remember distinctly, I've never forgotten this, there was a strong feeling that came over me like, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yep.
Don't do it. And it was so strong that I was just like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what was going to happen or why I wasn't supposed to go.
Yeah.
But I could not shake that feeling.
Yeah.
I believe to this day that was God.
Yeah.
Now, what God was trying to protect me from, I don't know. Or protect us from as a group. I don't know. But because, I saw them, of course, subsequently, and they were fine. Nothing happened to them that I know of.
Right.
But there was some reason that I wasn't supposed to go.
Yeah.
I think we have to learn, and over the years I have wrestled with, when is it, when I have those feelings or those impressions, is that God again or is it not? I'm inclined to think it is because that's the way I've seen God work with me.
Agreed.
But God doesn't work with everybody
the same way.
That's
good.
Yeah. I'm also a big believer in the shutting down, closing doors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when doors close, I'm like, okay, I guess that wasn't supposed to happen.
I've experienced
God's got
that.
something else in mind.
Yeah.
So I think we do need to get comfortable with the idea that God is going to say no, and that it's not always going to be because we're doing something wrong, but maybe because He's trying to protect us from something.
Agreed.
Or there's some other situation that we don't even fathom that God is aware of that doesn't need to happen with our involvement. Yeah. So when God says no, we can see it as, and I think this is embedded in what we're talking about today, a blessing. We can see it as a blessing. And then we can wait to see what God is going to do for us and with us.
That's it.
Oof. I like that, Doc.
Key to all of this is in the moment, you got to stop, pray, and breathe.
Breathe is produced by David Person for Breath of Life. Executive producer is Debleaire Snell, and sound engineer is Kirk Nugent. Audio episodes of Breathe can be found on Apple, Spotify, or Google podcast platforms. For video episodes and extra content, check out the Breath of Life YouTube channel. Breath of Life is faith-based content, resources, and programs from a contemporary urban perspective for those looking for hope and guidance. We believe that every breath we take is a testimony that God is consistent, that He loves us, and has a plan for our lives.